Hello, this is Anthony Gray. Welcome to Grayscale once again. Okay, let's work on a nice little seascape today. No flowers this time. Alrighty, we're going to get right on to it. As you can see, I have gessoed my 11 by 15 inch watercolor paper with luminous magenta or hot pink, whatever color you feel you see. Anyway, it's luminous. Okay, I'm going to this time have a little bit of the pink show through some of the painting. Alright, I'll probably end up speeding up quite a bit of this because of it might be a little time consuming depending on how much I'll be talking. We're working with titanium white, CAD red medium. It's a now I gotta read it. What are you? CAD yellow medium, phthalo blue, and sap green today. Sap green, phthalo blue, CAD yellow, CAD red, both medium, and titanium white. I always work with kind of a small palette, as you can see, about 5 colors. And that's about it. If I need any other color, I'll just mix any variations of those two. Okie dokie. So we'll get right on to this. I think I will scrub on some really light blue. The reason why I use my titanium white is because it's very opaque. You mix anything with it, it also becomes opaque. Alright? Alright. But I want to try to get a nice light blue up in here. But let me scramble in some yellow and peek some red up in there for kind of a sunsetish type of feel. I'm just looking around to see what brush I really want to use for today for this. Maybe I'll do the filbert for, well, no, it's a number 4 flat for this for right now. I'll bring my little box palette up with me here. I'm going to dip into my titanium white and get a little yellow, put it in that titanium white there. Okay. No medium. I'm just going to come around right down here like so. Get a little more yellow, a little more titanium white, put it in there, go right across that tape, just like so. And while it's somewhat wet, I'm getting into my CAD red, put some white in there, and I want that a little deeper than that, a little stronger, in spots just above, right in here. Don't want it perfectly yellow in there. Something like that. Okay. I got a soft little blender deal. And just scrumble some of that color. I just want to really destroy that edge. Fade that edge in there. Just like so. I'm not really concerned about up here. You see I'm rubbing right into the pencil marks. That's okay. Got a little mark up here. That's no big deal. That'll be covered. Alright. laying down my foundation colors. Cleaning off the brushes real quick. Get some of that residual paint off of the brush. Wrap it on my towel here. Now I'm going to get more yellow because I want to brighten that up a little bit. More white. A little more white than yellow. I'm going to brighten some of that up down below here. Just scrumble a little bit of that in there. And I'm going to destroy that top edge up there. Don't want it as, there, something like that. Just fade it right in there. I don't want a distinct line between either of the two colors. Much like so. Okay. I'm going to take, if I can find one, I'll just use a soft brush. Another makeup brush. Got it from Walmart. That's all. And I'm going to pat some really light blue. Mostly white. I'm going to dip into, I'll show it to you here. Mostly white. Put it down here. And just the smallest amount of blue, and mix that in there. With that white, titanium white. And I will pat some of that color maybe a little bit up in here. Just a little. You see it slowly starting to come together. You don't have to you're making like little highlight pockets. It gives the impression of billowy clouds. Okay. The more you get to it, the more your eye will see it. Alright. Let's get a little red in here. And we'll softly blend in a couple spots. So basically I'm doing the same thing as I did with the yellow, just using the red. But the red I'm aiming toward the bottom, where I would figure it would be it would circle around and underneath. And I'll soften some of these too. I believe I'm going to use the tiniest touch of blue, a little bit of the green, tiny bit of red, a little more red. I want to brown it up a little bit, deeper gray. And after I get the color, the dark mix I want, I will use a little white. There we go. It'll give it a kind of a grayish mix. And I will add it right on top of this red a little bit. Let's get some pure white. Just highlight a few of these things. Coming from on the top, I'm just patting where I want some of the highlights to be. Just wipe away some of this white paint. And I'm going to destroy the bottom, fading red into the pink itself. Turn the brush over a little bit. Have some fade red into the clouds themselves. So basically I'm just patting some of the paint onto the brush and adding a few strong highlights in there. Get rid of some of the bottom. I'm not destroying all of the pink. Wipe some of that away. I just want to put a little bit of phthalo blue. What I'm doing is going around some of the dark areas. Destroy that bottom. I'm using the smallest bit of phthalo. Phthalo tends to set things back a little bit. If I have it a little too strong, I'll tone some of that down. Kind of want just a hint of the phthalo in there. Now, if I want to tone some of that down, like if it's too strong in here, a little white, a little yellow. I didn't take off any of the blue. I'll tone it down a little bit. Bring some of that up in here. So the other side don't get jealous, I'll put a couple of that greenish blue mix in here, in the corner, some up around here. A lot of colors down toward the bottom. Stir some of that up in there. Alright, clean off the brush. Whiten up some of these clouds up here, brighten them up just a little bit more. of pure titanium white. I'm using no medium, just the pure paint right out the tube. That is all. Let's brighten up that corner. Usually darken up the corner. I'm gonna brighten up the corner of this one. Pure titanium white. There's just some areas I want a little thicker with white than the others. Okay, much like so. I'm going to take a little yellow. I got white on the brush already, just a little bit. I want a little stronger yellow in here. Deeper yellow here on this side. Still got pink showing through, and that's fine. Some of that yellow. Just tinkering around, some of that dark blue. Deeper yellow. I'm going to go deeper yellow on the other side, right around in here. Just deeper yellow, a little darker and darker, some of that yellow in there. Okay, take some white, go toward the center, right in here. I'm gonna get a little brighter, right here in the center part here. Maybe the sun's just trying to peek above somewhere. Okay, something like that. All right. Just clean it off the brush. Set the box down for a second. All right. I didn't get rid of all the pink, but you see it's all around in here. A little darker here toward the bottom. All right. A sense of depth will come a little later. I can actually glaze a nice well, I'll do that. I'll show that to you right now. Instead of trying to explain it, I'll just do it. Because if I want to maintain a certain shape, let's use this one here, a round brush. I'm gonna get plenty of water, no medium, just water. I'm gonna go into my blue, slight touch of green, slight touch of red. I'm gonna get like a cast shadow color. Pretty dark. Go back into my white, degray it just a little bit. If it's a little on the blue or greenish side, I'll just use the opposite of its color. Then I will add my white. I just want to gray it a little bit. I had too much on my brush, so I'm washing my brush. I'm not going to take all the water out of the brush. It's be more like a glaze. Get the right amount of it. Okay, that should be cool. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Now, if I want, I got mostly water on the brush. I can glaze rounded shapes. Just playing around. even in the yellow. I want it subdued a little bit. And just play around with the rounded shapes. All I'm using is the dark mix that I made and put water in it. So as it dries, there is it's dark, but as it dries, it lightens up and you still have the color showing through. So I'm just glazing some dark color here and there. Mostly underneath all in here, where it will appear darker, but you will still have the color underneath show through as it dries. Basically, you would just have to know the effects of what your glazing will do. I'm going to put a little bit even up here. Get a little more water. Because if you feel you put too much on, you can always wipe it off. Even in some of the white areas here. It will show, I have no doubt about it, even when it dries. Because remember, it sets in, dries a little bit darker. I'll put some in here too. A little bit. Yes, I'm using my finger. Even up in here, if you want a little darkness in that corner. I can do stuff like this and do this all day. Just layer after layer. Wait till your layer totally dries. If not, you'll wipe some of your color away like that on the corner. But if you get to something like that, you just add more paint than water. And that will correct that. I kind of want it a little darker here, so I'll leave that alone. There. That's cool right there. Just like that. Okay. I'll wait for this to totally dry. I will remove the tape. It's a pull lift. And there you go. All the rest of this will be water with a mixture of all the colors you see in here. But your brightest area will be here in the middle. I might plop a wave in here somewhere. Alright. Now I'm going to wait for that to totally dry. And then I'm going to reverse and put the tape here. So I have a nice, strong, solid horizon line. Okay. One of the keys to having a successful seascape, gotta have a strong horizon line. Alright. It gives the flat earth theory people something to talk about. So, let me let this totally dry. Especially when you add a glaze using water, whatever. It takes a little longer to dry. Not just the outside, but under paint underneath also. You need that to dry. So, most of this stuff here is pretty set. It's just the stuff down below. Because I take my hand and I can smear it. So, let's let it dry, let the air dry. And I'll be right back with the bottom half, put a wave in there and call it done. Now with these clouds, like the other painting, all of the luminous pink magenta is not totally covered through. It's in the blue. You can see it all through here. All right, mix it all in with the white itself, and there'll be some here in the water itself. Okay, maybe not necessarily the wave, but it'll be you'll see it peek through in the water also. All right. So until then, I'll be right back. All right. Okay guys, welcome back. I'm going to show you something a little different today. Let's put a dot, right about here. Right on the horizon line. Let's go off the tape. Let's put them right there. I'll make it big enough so you guys can see it. See that dot right there? Little dot, little black dot right there. I'm gonna add, let's get my triangle here. Sorry, gotta reach across, you guys. I want to show you guys something. This is not long enough for me. Hold on. Need to purchase a larger triangle. So I guess I'll use the big boy. I want to show you something. Draw a line from that dot right across. Let's do another one. Right across. Your waves, wherever you choose to have the peak of your waves, alright, would go, depending on whatever direction you want your flow to go. If you wanted to go towards the right, your vantage point would be the left, or towards the left for me and right for you, going in this way. All depends. Or if you want them to go straight, then you will put your peak of your waves here at the top. If not, your waves peak, the top peak will go towards the horizon line, going in whatever direction you want. Okay, so let's say maybe I want my wave to, all different colors, mainly the colors that are mixed in here. There'll be red, blue, a little bit of green, all sorts of colors in the waves. But I think I'm going to have my waves a little, plus the bright spot here in the center. Okay, now I put this down as a guide, pretty much where to go with them. Yeah, waves can be time consuming, of course. Alright, but it's well worth it once it's completed. And you would approach waves like you would approach leaves or any other clouds. Okay, you start with your base color and then you work up your details from there. Alright, so with that said, I'll do the body of water first. And after I do the body of water, I'll start with the details of the separate waves. Alright. I guess from this point I think I'll use my little potion of lotion and water, or whatever type of medium you use to okay. Now I think I will use a wee bit of blue, a wee bit of white, and I will wipe right across like so. Then I'm going to take some of my green and go right into it. Just a little foundation color. I'm going to take a tiny bit of red, throw it in, and a little more. Down there. I'll put some down below here too. Mix some blue in there. I want my water to be a little darker toward the front here. Something like that. Let's throw in a touch of white, a little bit of yellow. Let's put it right in here. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is just the underlying color anyway. Like so. And my color, I will build up my waves and stuff with this. I'll keep some of the pink in there, of course. Okay. My little coughing spell, that'll be edited out. Alright. I want some of my waves, like I say, to appear to go toward the left. Just drying off my handy 1-inch brush. I kind of use it for everything. Okay. Some white right in there. Then I'll do the rest, some kind of yellow up around this part right in here. A little bit of yellow. Don't have to be entirely prominent. If I just wipe it like that, just wipe it away. Just a nice strong horizon line when I peel the tape off. You'll see in a second. Because to do the waves, I'm going to have to take this tape off. Pull this so you don't take some of the paint off, obviously. Like so. Alright. Now you kind of see what's happening there. You see that nice glow you got there in the center? Little deep in here, a little lighter in the middle. You still got some of your color. Okay. Alright. That's all. Okie dokie. Let's play around with a wave of sorts. Where am I going to place Mr. Wave? Well, let's see. Getting a little white. I'm going to sketch it in. I'm going to just plop one somewhere. Let's have a rolling wave. Oh, come around here. Yeah, let's have a rolling guy right around here. He's going to just roll, roll, roll. In perspective. Gets a little tinier down there. Something like that. We'll have that guy just rolling on in. How's that? Would that be alright? It's going to have to be, considering I just put the paint on it. So obviously, it's going to roll. Here's the bottom of the guy. Right around here. So there'll be all sorts of foam and crap right in here. There'll be the foam all in here. It'll be a nice little smooth roll there. And then we'll have some, you know, trailing foam up around in there. Maybe another one around here. Something like that. Alright? Cool? Good. Alright, let's get it. Let's get it moving. Okay. Need some more white. Sorry. I'm gonna build. Yes, I know my head is in front of you. Sorry. I'm gonna build this guy with. I'm gonna build them dark first. Blue, green, hint of red, blue, green, hint of red, blue, green, hint of red. Just using water, no medium. Just water. 1-inch brush. Let's do the top here. Mr. Wave is coming right across, like so, in a rolling fashion. Need more blue, need more green, need more red, need more water. Rolling fashion. Which is kind of a bluish color. I want a little bit green in there. And we're going to go from the top, circular motion, if it catches, cool. If it doesn't, that's cool. Overlap, overlap. Still keep the roundness. Don't stop with the round. All the way down. See that? From the top, and just build it all the way down. I'm going to use some white and some yellow. Let's highlight the top. When you put a brighter highlight on, it does not have to go all the way around. You're just highlighting the top. But you still got to maintain its shape. Like so. Alright? Just remember that. I'm going to take the corner of my fan brush. I'm going to plop some foam in there. Get in the corner. It's going to fade into different colors, and that's fine. Still using nothing but the white. It gets a lot dramatic up front. Don't try to keep it uniform either. Just keep it moving straight down. Just pat away. Even if it has to be straight here, but you can still just keep patting away. If it gets a little more dramatic, you can get little pockets more. You can even have one like really just spraying right above the wave here. Something like that. Even in the corner here, up above here. All sorts of stuff happening. Like so. Just match it all in there. If you want some coming down that way, even coming off the page, that's okay. Ooh, violent sucker, isn't it? Let's get some dark in there. A little red, a little blue. Right here down below. Fade some of that out there. Down below here. Something like so. Alright? Yeah, he's a violent guy. He's a little angry wave. See how you transform your painting? Just that quickly? Just, you know. You should check it out. Still getting into my little white. I knew what I should have did, but I'll work with it before I started this. But it's okay. It's okay. I'll get rid of some of this white by adding a peak right up around in here. Maybe I don't want it there. Maybe I want the peak there. Something like that. Okay. Let's get some sliver of white. And let's put some of that sliver red in here. And let's put another one right in here. A sliver of white right in there. And then we're going to take it and we're going to go press in that direction. And we're going to do the same thing here. And then we're going to take some of it and we're going to go straight down. Some of it goes straight downward. Almost like a little reflection going straight downward. Like so. I like that a little bit better. That's what I really wanted to do. Take some blue. Looks like I don't have too much red left. And we're gonna make a nice little edge right down below it there. Coming around here. I think what disturbs me is when I get near the end of the painting and I don't have much paint left. So I have to... Now we're like 99% done with the painting and I ran out of paint. And I really don't want to use too much paint because I know I'm like toward the end. Horrible. Horrible. Agitating. Horrible. Okay. Now I have fresh globs of paint for like 10% of, like 4% of the painting now. Horrible. Okay, enough crying. Let's finish this off. Now I got the deep dark mix that I originally didn't have any room for. Right in here, like a little edge to some of the trough in there. As it dries, I'm going to put a nice deep blue glaze, maybe a bluish red glaze over it. That's just this, some water. Try not to add any white, because white will just chalk it up. A little water. And just a nice kind of dark. Just want to darken up some of this bright blue or bright white. Still maintain that perspective in the corner. It's still got some of the pink showing through. Don't worry about that. I know I don't want none of that there. Kill some of that. A little darker there. Under that shadow. This is not necessary. Darken that red up. Come around across. Darken some of that up in the corner too. Up in there. There. As it dries, it sets, and some of that pink will show through. Up there. Got some down in there. Okay. And before we call it quits, let's get some highlights in there. Nothing but titanium white. And we can just play around. Titanium white. A little water, thin it. A little more water. Using this, just the tip. Try to use the tip anyway. Even up here. Where you get some of the light hitting Mr. Wave. Even where you see it's kind of faint, I'm going to just use the top here. Not going to destroy all of it. Just where it peaks at, just destroy the bottom. Just want a little mist playing around in there. Up here. It's got like a water mix in it. So as it dries, you can still see through it. Bravery test. Yeah, put some of it right in there. All in here. Just wipe it away. The edge anyway. Okay. You have some of that directional line. Flowing. Right toward the wave itself. Keeping with the curves. Okay. Let's plant some seagull looking thing around here. And give him a little tail there, a little dark on the tip. We'll plant another one around there. Give him a little dark tip around there, right there. flying around, being a bird. Matter of fact, let's get a dark blue one. I have a couple further away. Just using the colors that I have present. Put one in there. Another one right in here. Let's put a few on the other side. Slap some in the clouds up here. Something like that. Yeah, just cruising around, chilling out. Well, thank you for joining me in this little lesson. Hope you learned something from it. I usually don't sign on this side, I'll sign on this side. I'd like to hear your comments or your criticisms. I welcome either. Okay. I know you guys are anxious to see the eclipse. As you live in New York State, you're about to be sadly disappointed. I'm getting rid of all of that. I don't like that. That was horrible. Sign my signature, gotta sign it right. I had to use a thinner, my script liner. I just tried to use a round brush and failed miserably. Shouldn't have did it. 11 by 15 watercolor paper, 150 pound paper. Okay, let's try this again. That's a lot better. A lot better. If you have any comments or questions, put them on comments down below. I do answer them. There we go. A lot better. Once again, thank you for your time. And it honors me that you do spend a little bit of time to watch me do these. Once again, I hope you learned a little something from it. I'm going to remove the tape while I'm yakking. Just regular masking tape. I'll pull, lift, so you don't tear up your paper. Well, this is watercolor paper. It's kind of strong, kind of durable anyway. Okay. I do have tape behind the paper, so the fire doesn't travel when I peel the tape off. I did use luminous pink as my background color for the overall painting. All right. Now I will probably, because I feel it's too bright for the border, I will probably darken in this border. I think it sets it a little better if I use straight black for the border. I think it looks a little bit better. It'll close it in a little bit, but that's just me. And I think I am going to do that. Once this all dries, I'll just paint it black. But thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And I'll be back again. All right? Peace.